Alright, and this is going to be a video about this computer, but before I get into the actual computer, we're going to have a discussion about Windows 10. I'm trying to install this new update, and after a fashion, several false starts, it actually seems to be doing it. But I started this particular round of update about, maybe about an hour ago, and it's only about this far. I am pretty positive that watching two turtles have sex is a more pleasurable experience and would go by faster than this. I apologize for that rather crude analogy, but I think that it fits. This is really, really slow, and I have no idea why Windows 10 would be so slow on what really isn't that old. It's not like this is ancient hardware or anything like that. And also, before I start the video, as you can see, it's already starting, but I apologize for the audio and video quality, but I want to get as much use out of this camera as I possibly can while it still works. So, why not use it? And it also presented itself first. So, we'll see. We'll see if it lasts this entire video. I hope it does. Another reason I hate Windows 10, I'm sure as you can hear, or could hear, I'm trying to watch this and install these updates, and it is not working. Doggone this thing. And we are finally to the point of installing the update. It's not like that didn't take forever. Utilize the 6x zoom to do that. And I noticed that my iVlog stream that I'm streaming right now is actually going a little bit smoother too, but of course I got it muted so I don't get my video muted by the Music Mafia. Alright, we're finally to a point where we can reboot the system, and I think that while I'm doing that, I'm going to talk about what the system is. For those of you who have not been around watching my channel over the course of a while, this is one of the very first computers that I ever added to my collection of computers that I've got now. Oops. This is a Compaq Presario A900. Actually, it's an A948CA, I believe, is what the actual model is. And it's got, a Pentium dual-core T2390 clocked at 1.83 gigahertz or something like that. It's got 4 gigabytes of RAM installed in it, and it is running, obviously, Windows 10. I believe that it has got a 500 gigabyte solid-state hybrid drive installed, but I'm not positive on that. Gotta wait for Windows 10 to update itself, and then we can continue on with the video. This computer was, it was a freebie. I was going to get scrapped, and then I asked, hey, could I have this, and got it. That was back in, that would have been either 2012 or 2013, I can't remember which. It was one of the two, certainly. It needed the RAM replaced, and it also needed a new hard drive, both of which were things that I got, although the hard drive that I bought for this was not, or is not the one that is in here presently. Actually, the hard drive I bought for this is in my main computer that's sitting over there. It's one of the drives, I can't remember which one, but it's in there now. This has actually got, obviously it's got the SSHD in it, but this thing has been through so many different hard drives that it's not even really funny. The RAM I replaced, I think I've left it original since I replaced it, but I might have swapped a couple of modules around to suit other computers' needs. And this thing's run a bevy of operating systems. It's run Windows 7, it's run Windows Vista, it ran Windows 8, 8.1, I think it's had Linux on it at one point, and now, of course, it's obviously running Windows 10. Although I'm very, very tempted to uninstall Windows 10 in favor of installing something else. I don't know what I'd install, though. Maybe either Windows Vista or Linux. One of the two. But I've got to wait until this actually installs itself, and then we can take a look at some of the software, but that might take forever. Hopefully not, because I don't want this video to take forever, and I want to make sure that this camera doesn't die in the middle of this video. But I don't think it will. I think it'll be fine. That's lovely. Got a black screen going on here, although it is actually still working. very slowly. Oh, there we go. Gotta update core temp on here. System's running really hot. I noticed that. We can actually bring up core temp. Yeah, we can see that it's running hot. I'm sure you could probably hear the CPU fan. What else is installed on here that I probably should update? CMonkey is one of them. There's an update for CMonkey that's out. But this system has done a lot of things. Right now it's basically my Windows 10 test box, but it used to also be it used to be used in the low-end radio studio for broadcasting to the SDP-8000 back when the SDP-8000 still existed, but it doesn't anymore, so the system just got retired from that, because it turns out it's not actually really reliable as a Windows 10 system, and I don't really know why that is, because there's no excuse for something that's as modern as this is to not run Windows 10 very well. But it never has, and it's been the source of many complaints for a long time, in fact. We can go ahead and we can take a look at the system information, if it'll let me bring it up. Which might take a bit. There it is. We can see some of the information. It's a 1.86 gigahertz CPU with 4 gigabytes of RAM, 64 bits, running Windows 10 Pro. I've got the Insider Preview builds enabled on this system. This is basically my test box. So, well, there you go. In terms of other devices that we've got on here, provided the camera is actually still working, which it looks like it is. Does it ever open? Which could take some doing. Like I said, this thing is not the fastest. It's got Conexant HD audio. We've got, what else? This mouse would quit scrolling all the way across the screen. Yeah, there we can see the SSHD. Intel 965 chipset, so it's got the 965 graphics. No ATI or NVIDIA on this, which is good, because systems with the external graphics around the time that this thing was made had a history of blowing up. The BGA chip mounts would break. ICH8 South Bridge. There's the dual-core CPU. What else have we got on here? I don't think there's anything else. I think I might have my printer installed. Yeah, I do. Printer's installed on here. So I better update the browser. That's really, I think, the last thing that I need to do with this. And then check up on a couple of other things. And then it'll probably sit in my stack of laptops again for another long while. So, alright, I think that's going to do it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments, definitely feel free to leave them down below. And this is CP666 signing off. I hope to see you next time. Till then, there'll be a lot more computer videos coming up as well, but not recorded with this camera. I've got a whole bunch of cameras I want to use, so we'll see. I know how people love this camcorder with the bad capacitors, but like I said, truth of the matter is I want to get as much use out of it as I possibly can while it's still working.